I call out a walk. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come your Shahala. Come your Shahala. Come your Shahala. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.
And let me tell you something too. They don't even have the man, they ain't even man enough to speak for themselves. Now they got another nigga off the street that said 18 million years. He sounded like he was taught by Malachi York, because Malachi York said he got trillion years of knowledge. He sounded like he was taught by Malachi York. It's disgusting. But I guess God called him too, right? God called him too, right? Y'all know good damn well God didn't call you. Yes, I am an educated man.
I'm not going to talk over you.
Okay, ask your question. Ask your question.
Okay, what's your question?
No, you ask your question.
My question to you is this, my brother.
Right.
Why do you stand out here talking about the Bible and who God chose to do what, when everybody is out here struggling? If you really want to change something, what you need to do is put the mic down and take action. All that other stuff that you're talking about is irrelevant in 2014. It doesn't matter.
Now let me answer. Now I'm going to repeat what you said and then I'm going to answer so we can be clear, right? You said, why am I out here every week on the mic talking about the Bible, right? When I should be out on the street, right? When I should take action. That's what you said, right? No sweat. Now the main reason I'm out here on the Bible, do you know why we destroy it? Give me Hosea 4:6. Do you know why? Do you know why we are destroyed? Before I even go to the Bible. Hold on. No sweat. Right. No sweat. No, you ain't gotta hear the Bible to give my answer. You ain't gotta hear. You ain't gotta. I'm gonna give you the solution, but you gotta be quiet to hear the solution. You gotta be quiet to hear the solution. Now,
give me a solution.
Right. This is the solution. It ain't no sweat. You just got to be quiet to hear the damn solution. Now, the first question I ask you is why we destroyed. You don't even know. We destroyed because we've been enslaved for 400 or 500 years. Because we don't have no identity. Because we don't know who we are. What language did you speak before slavery? You don't even know. What was your identity before slavery? You don't even know. What holidays did you celebrate? You don't even know. But in America, you follow and speak an English white man's language. You follow his holidays. So what we do in this corner is we give our people their identity. We tell them who they are. As far as what we're doing down on the streets, not only do we have rehab programs, we got food programs and counseling programs. So my question is, what the hell are you doing?
I'm going to tell you
what are you doing? No, tell me what you're doing.
I'm going to tell you what you're doing.
Tell me.
First of all, my name is Mr. Odyssey.
I didn't ask your name. I don't care about your name. Just tell me what you're doing.
I'm going to tell you what I'm doing.
Yeah, tell me what you're doing.
What I'm doing is, I give it the brothers that's in the hood. You know, the ones that everybody turning.
That's the same thing we doing.
Let me finish, brother. I didn't interrupt you. Not one
You interrupt. Yes, you did, but go ahead.
Let me go.
Go ahead.
Alright, what I do is I give it those brothers, the unwanted brothers, the brothers that's hurtless out here, you know what I'm saying, who feel like they don't have no place to go.
And what do you give them? What do you give them?
I let them know about the 1%, you know, the people that you don't talk about, the 1% population that can.
What are you giving them, huh?
Let me finish.
Yeah, I want to know. You ain't answering. What knowledge?
If you listen, you'll
learn. Come on with it.
Let you talk, brother. Let me talk.
Come on.
Alright, like I said,
give me the knowledge.
tell them about the 1% that run the population called the 99%. Okay? The people,
is that their knowledge?
Hold up, let me finish, brother. Okay. Now, what I tell them about is why we're in the condition that we're in.
Okay, so tell me why we're in the condition.
Not because of the.
But tell me why we're in this condition.
Individuals out here.
Tell me why we're in this condition.
I'm gonna tell you why, right? First of all, the reason why we're in the condition that we're in is because of the spell of religion. That's number one, all right?
That ain't why.
Yes, it is. Because you know why? Because the spell of religion, what it does, it dumbs you down. Because see, faith and belief, right? Listen to me. It goes against reason. What I mean by that is this, is that when you're locked into a faith and belief, I'll give you an example. My faith and belief tells me that that the children of Israel walked from
He's in
here
a homosexual
to Central Park, right?
That's what your
now,
faith
I'm going to
is.
show proof to you how an idea like our ancient ancestors from Egypt.
Oh, but you can believe in that. You can believe in that. But you're going to question the Israelites.
Let's have an intellectual conversation.
But you ain't answered my first question. I ain't getting no answer to my first question.
I'm going to answer that, right?
But I'm asking, but why don't you answer my first question before you rant? All you're doing is ranting. Y'all, let me tell you something. Witness something out here. This brother ain't answered. Neither one of them has answered my question. What is a religion? So we got enslaved because of religion? Or did the white man want produce? Did the white man want cattle? The white man enslaved us because he wanted a nation built. I asked you, why are we in this condition? Slavery is the reason why we're in this condition. So why do we go in slavery? Why do we go in slavery? I'm not enslaved. Our people ain't enslaved to a religion. We're enslaved to the so-called white man. That's what we're enslaved to. Tell me how a religion enslaved us. The white man enslaved us. The white man enslaved the Native Indians first and then enslaved us second. He didn't give me nothing. That's how he enslaved me? That's how we enslaved me? So we didn't get our backs beat. Our women didn't get raped. Our children didn't get taken from us. That happened to us, huh? That wasn't no religion. That's why we're in the condition. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. You ain't giving me no facts.
In the 46th Psalm, Shakespeare signed his name in the Bible.
Oh my
How can the Bible be
Oh
pure?
my God. Did he say Shakespeare? This is a jailhouse Malachi Z. York doctrine. And Malachi Z. York said he was Jesus. He said he was Jesus. He said he had 8 personalities. So now, we're going to follow his teachings. We're going to follow his doctrine. You still can't answer my question. I want my question answered.
An idea is better than religion.
We ain't going to worry about him. Give me Hosea 4 and 6. Let me tell you why we're in the condition that we're in. Read this here.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
That's why we destroyed. For a lack of knowledge.
Where you guys from?
What you mean?
I mean, where are you from? Are you from Israel?
No, I was born here.
Okay, but where are your
My
culture?
ancestors come from Israel. That's correct.
You see, that sounds ridiculous.
Why does it sound ridiculous? But you can tell me about your African culture. So now you want to tell me the white man, what the white man's saying.
I'm trying to tell you that.
You are telling me what the white man's saying. Science is a guess. Science ain't accurate.
It's a guess.
Look up what science is. Science is, no, it's not.
It's facts that these people here.
Give me black image in the minds of whites, please. I'm going to show you what the white man said about us. I'm going to show you what the white... Since you want to put your faith in the white man and his science, I'm going to show you. Give me the paper. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Hold on a second. You said science, right? You said science, right? You said science, right? We'll cut you. Read it. This is a book by your master, since you want to go to the white man and his science. Black image in the minds of whites, where the white man took 100-year study on black people. Let me show you what his science said about us, and you saying we African. Let me show you, since you think you smart. Let me show you. Read it.
In the 1840s, Morton collaborated with George R. Gillen, an Egyptologist.
Goddamn white man is your Egyptologist. So to even study Egyptology is to study the white man. This is in the 1800s. Stop, you said the white man's science. Watch this, read.
Who provided him with mummy heads and information about the racial significance of Egyptian tomb inscriptions.
Because when they brought us in slavery, they was curious about where we came from too. They wanted to know if we was Africans. They wanted to know what we was. So they took Egyptians, they studied Egyptian studies, and they did more than that. Remember, he liked the white man's science. Read.
In Cornelia, Egyptica, published in 1844, Morton pointed out that both cranial and archaeological evidence.
Now, your white scientists showed that both cranial and so the study of our brains and the study of archaeological evidence, this is what it said about us. Read.
Show that the Egyptians were not Negroes.
We wasn't no goddamn Africans. That's not finished. It's not finished. You said we got to go to science. Did you not say we got to go to science? That's their cranial and archaeological. So what science should we go to? The science that benefits you? The science that benefits you, right? This is what pedophile followers will do. His leader is a goddamn pedophile, that's what they will do. Look up Malachi Z. York. He's under the jail. He's under the jail for molesting children. That's what he is. That's what he stands for. Remember that when y'all listening to him. His leader is under the jail for molesting kids. Ask Asa Johnson. Now, it said we not Egyptians, but this what it did say. Read.
And that, in fact, have been regulated. That, in fact, blacks have been regulated to the same servile position in ancient Egypt as in modern America.
Now, who was enslaved in ancient Egypt? The children of Israel. So who's enslaved in America? The children of Israel. So your white man science also said I'm an Israelite. So you know you should be quiet now. You should be quiet now. And you got my shield of David. You got my shield of David on your thing. You got my shield of David on there. Mine. You got mine. Mine. Listen, I done already cut you with the white man. Give me something of your own. Get what? That's not yours. That's not yours. That's not yours. No, but you should be able to give me my identity. Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. If I'm not an Israelite, prove it. Prove it. Prove it. The DNA. The DNA. Now, one second. He just said that DNA proves that I'm African. That's what you said, right? Now, this is what I love about Isupk, because we study. We do research. You can go YouTube. DNA hoax. 60 Minutes did a story where they sent one sister to 3 to 4 different DNA tests to get her genealogy, and she got 4 different answers because it only gives you 1% of your goddamn DNA. That DNA ain't even right. But he loved the goddamn devil. You know why he loved the devil? Because his leader is the goddamn devil. That's why he loved the devil. What's your question? Come on. Good. They do what? What about it? About what? About what?
About our ancestors.
That's not our ancestors. Give me the Tazaryach Bible Dictionary, please. I done proved it twice. I done proved it twice. I done proved it twice. No, I showed you in the white man's science. You brought up science. I showed you in your daddy's science today. Salaki, I don't want to disrespect your faggot daddy, but your other daddy, the white man. The white man that you told me to go to the science, he just said that we was the children of Israel. We got the Tazaryach Bible Dictionary. Read Ham. Come on, Shemawala. Read Ham real fast.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Now, this is Ham, born about 96 years before the flood. Read.
And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Now, Ham became the progenitor of the dark races. Once again, and give me Babylon and Timbuktu when we came out of Israel. Now, once again, it is commonly taught that we African Americans, but all dark-skinned people ain't the same. Dark-skinned Arabs ain't the same as me. Dark-skinned East Indians ain't the same as me. Hawaiians ain't the same as me. Neither is Alaskans. Your skin tone don't make you your goddamn nationality. It don't. So now they said Ham became the progenitor of the dark races. Read.
Not the Negro.
Say it again.
Not the Negro.
Say it again.
Not the Negro.
More of your white man science that you love. It said not the Negro, but this who Ham became the progenitor of. Read.
But the Egyptians.
But the who?
The Egyptians.
Read on.
Ethiopians.
Read on.
Libyans.
Read on.
And Canaanites.
That's who Ham became the father. Israelites ain't mentioned, and we ain't Israelites. Now, give me Babylon and Timbuktu. Now, how do we get to Africa? How do we even get back into Africa? Because I'm saying we Israelites. So of course, if we Israelites, we were sold out of Africa. So how do we even get into Africa? I'll read that for you too. Once again, we do the research here. The Israelites the Commander General. We don't play no games. He's been playing games all day. This is a book written by a brother. His name is Rudolph Windsor, a professor. And he wrote this book, Babylon and Timbuktu, where even in the book that he wrote, it showed you the Moors was different from the Israelites. Africans was different from the Israelites. Arabs was different from the Israelites. You know why they want to deny Israelites being a nation? Because you can't be a faggot being an Israelite. You can't be a murderer being an Israelite. You can't be a drug dealer being an Israelite. You can't be a Nuwabian being an Israelite. You know what you have to be? A man of God is what you have to be. That's why they have a form of God, but it's not God. Read this up. Read this up.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD.
So now you have the so-called white man capturing his second Jerusalem in 70 AD. Now I'm going to show you how we got in here. Read.
In 70 AD, General Rasputin and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
Which shouldn't be no surprise. The white man ain't no goddamn American. This land belonged to the Native Indians, the Mexicans, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans. This land don't belong to him. You know how he got it? With great slaughter. Just like he took Israel with great slaughter. Read on.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Which also shouldn't be surprising. They raped our women in slavery, did they not? They took our people away from us, did they not? They just choked a brother for nothing in Staten Island, did they not? I'm going to keep going. Read.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
That's how we got into Africa. Now give me Jeremiah 14:2. That's how we got into Africa. When you want to run from somebody, you don't run somewhere where you're going to stand out. You run somewhere where you could blend in. So now, we are dark-skinned people. Africans are dark-skinned people. If the Jews was white people trying to hide from somebody, why would they go somewhere where it ain't nothing but white people? I mean, black people. They would go somewhere where they could blend in. Slide back for a second. Now, since we want to be African, I love this part. I love this part right here. Since we want to be African, get this, car. Which one of y'all do this here? Y'all take a look at this sign right here. Y'all see this sign right here? Which one of y'all do this here? Which one of y'all put these plates in y'all lip like Africans do? Which one of y'all would let your daughter's clitoris get cut off when she's born? Since y'all want to be African. Which one of y'all would do that? Look at this dude. Look at this, look at him playing with another man's penis. Now, Nuwabians would do that because York's a pedophile. He encourages that. So he'll play with the rod. Now, which one of y'all gonna do that since we Africans?
You're against the killer, you with blood clot loose. Me a send out a warning before a morning. Come in no one call him, fi mother bomb him, a monkey swarm him. That's alliance, you dead like the boy Tom him. Call this father run no one get running. So ask them a who, teach them fi bad. Ask them a who, pave the road that them a trod. Ask them a who, want fi confront the God. Wanna send that out now, the blood clot gully pad. Tell them fi talk a who, teach them fi reach. Make them live them get a dream and take them out at the beach. But we no know a who, teach them want them fi switch. Make them hands away feed, you wanna trace like a beach. Well, kill a blood clot, but then them know this. The warlord to music, me a go give them notice. Them me up on my
Man, science. Watch this. Read.
Who provided him with mummy heads and information about the racial significance of Egyptian tomb inscription.
Because when they brought us in slavery, they was curious about where we came from too. They wanted to know if we was Africans. They wanted to know what we was. So they took Egyptians. They studied Egyptian studies, and they did more than that. Remember, he liked the white man's science. Read.
In Cornelia, Isupk, published in 1844, Morton pointed out that both cranial and archaeological evidence.
Now, your white scientists showed that both cranial and so the study of our brains and the study of archaeological evidence, this is what it said about us. Read.
Show that the Egyptians were not Negroes.
We wasn't no goddamn Africans. That's not finished. It's not finished. You said we gotta go to science. Did you not say we gotta go to science? That's their cranial and archaeological. So what science should we go to? The science that benefits you? The science that benefits you, right? This is what pedophile followers will do. His leader is a goddamn pedophile. That's what they will do. Look at Malachi Z. York. He's under the jail. He's under the jail for molesting children. That's what he is. That's what he stands for. Remember that when y'all listening to him. His leader is under the jail for molesting kids. Ask Asa Johnson. Now, it said we not Egyptians, but this is what it did say. Read.
And that, in fact, have been regulated. That, in fact, blacks have been regulated to the same servile position in ancient Egypt as in modern America.
Now, who was enslaved in ancient Egypt? The children of Israel. So who's enslaved in America? The children of Israel. So your white man science also said I'm an Israelite. So you know you should be quiet now.
Come out of walk. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come Yashala. Come Yashala. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.